Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here taking a look at Mine Zero. Wow, this has been actually kind of annoying to play because there's been a ton of other games I've had to look at, and I got Wolfenstein Watch Dogs and those are actually kind of attention seeking as well, and this... Yeah, alright, let's just talk about the game. Mine Zero, it's a dungeon crawler from Axis and Acquire and Zero Div. That's a lot of people behind one game. And it is a dungeon crawler. We are currently in the lobby area though, the sort of overworld map thing, you know? So what we're gonna do is I've just rescued what is probably going to be our next party member from this dungeon here. So we're going to go and just watch the small story here. There's no such thing as spoilers in this game so far, and I can't imagine there'll be any in this discussion. I'm probably about 4.5 hours in at this point. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, and by the way, moving the analog stick up and down in this world maps thing here actually opens like the items in the skill screen. It's not mentioned anywhere in the help screens or in the manual, but yeah, for some reason you can do that. I don't know why. So we're gonna go advance the story here.
That was when I dealt the finishing blow with a brutal punch from my left hand.
That's amazing! What happened next? I think we've heard enough. The point is, the samurai turned out to be Shiragiku's mind.
Interesting. I think I followed. But didn't I tell you not to go into a door without my go-ahead?
I want to point out a flaw in his logic. I actually came back here after I discovered the second dungeon, and he didn't give one shit.
Sorry. Well, I'm just glad you're okay. Your name is Shiragiku? I'm Yoichi Ogata.
Hi, I'm Shizuka Kamina. It's nice to meet you. Hello. It's nice to meet you too.
I imagine this is all still pretty confusing. How are you doing?
I'm alright, I think. Thank you for asking. Could you tell me more about mines? And whatever that weird place was?
Right. That's something you need to know, isn't it? Where to start? Now, you know what I know. And why these kids are helping me out.
Oh. Do you feel okay? Yes, it's just a lot to take in all at once. Is it okay if we ask you a few questions? How long have you had your mind? Yes, it's fine. Only a few days, I think. I was having a rough day, worrying about my family and school and the future. I took a walk to clear my mind, and then I felt like I was being pulled into something. Next thing I knew, I was in that store. She was upset. Maybe that's why. I chose this sword at the store, and then I was back to where I'd been before I got dragged in. Then I saw the samurai behind me, and I just started running. I was so scared. I ran all the way home, but it didn't go away. I started to think that maybe I'd been possessed. After a while, I thought I could hear a voice coming from nowhere, which only made me more scared. I didn't want to acknowledge that it was there. That felt like I'd be allowing it to happen somehow. And I couldn't tell anyone, of course. Then I met Asahina. The thought that I might end up like him was too much.
Yeah, you took off like a shot.
I'm sorry about that.
You don't need to apologize. To be honest, I'm not sure why any girl wouldn't run away from a weirdo like him.
Hey,
Were you being weird again?
no, you two. I tried so hard.
Was that samurai we fought the first time really Shiragiku's mind? Didn't seem like any of ours.
Yeah, it was way more aggressive. Like some kind of monster.
She wasn't willing to accept it. That might have driven it berserk.
Is that even possible?
To be perfectly honest, I don't know. But maybe.
I guess I was in denial. But now I can hear its voice. What am I supposed to do now?
That's a good question.
We don't know what we're supposed to do either. But we've decided we can't just do nothing. That's why we've been helping Mr. Ogata with his research.
Oh, hey! Why don't you help too?
Huh?
This team's kind of a sausage fest. I'd sure like to have another girl.
You want me to...
Yeah, it'll be fun. What do you say? Oh, are you joining our team? Hooray!
Hey, stop it.
What, do you have a problem with her? The more the merrier, right? More data, better research.
True, but... What do you think, Mr. Ogata?
It might be good for minders to stick together. Would you be willing to help us out, young lady?
Oh, I don't really know if I can help much. I don't know anything about any of this.
You'll be fine. You've got us. Besides, you're super strong. Oh, is it okay if I call you Katone?
What? Oh, yes, of course.
Hi, Katone. Do you know martial arts or something?
Yes, my grandfather has been teaching me kendo since I was very young.
Yes, that makes sense. I thought you looked like you knew your way around a sword. I'm impressed.
Alright, I don't think we need to listen to any more of this. I apologize for taking so much time, but the voice acting's alright. Give it all the credit it deserves. It's alright to listen to. Nothing out of the ordinary, although the characters aren't really as interesting as I hoped they would be. You know... Oh god, more of it. The character art's alright, but it's just kind of weird when it gets into the 3D Okay, here we go, we're finally back here. When it gets into the 3D models, I'll show you why I think it looks a bit odd. But anyway, we can talk to... Oh, we don't have any quests. You're supposed to be able to come here and get quests, and, well, alright, whatever. So, we're just going to keep going until... Yeah, we can swap between areas here, and there's shops. Your typical item shops. Let's see if we can go and find one of those typical... Oh, that's the dungeon. I didn't mean to go into the dungeon. Okay, sorry, I just went into the dungeon by mistake. Alright, so we've moved into a different area now, and different areas often have different dungeons, and this one actually has the accessory shop. Might as well go and have a look at the accessory shop. So, you can come here and obviously you can buy stuff. And you can actually see how much they affect the stats down the bottom there, which is pretty nice. There's also the C-Mart shop, which is your general goods, like your health potions and your fix X things. And here's the menu. This menu is actually pretty standard. Items, you've got all the items you can use and equip. It's not that complicated. We got equipment, which, again, just view and change the equipment you can hold. This is basically, like, this is a real... I'm not going to call it a clone of Persona 1 or 2, but... I mean, damn, I look at this and I think, oh, this is the sort of thing that would be in a Persona game, only really low budget. And, well, that's kind of the line of logic I'm getting here. So, as you can see, every character can equip 2 different types of clothing. And the different types of clothing actually have different benefits. So, as you can see here, if you put on gloves, they actually affect your hit chance. If you put on things like uniforms... They actually affect your chance, your defenses, and if you put on stuff that has feet on them, it actually increases evasion chance, which is pretty cool. And you can also equip one accessory. And the accessories are pretty basic too, but I can't argue with them. Skills are a little bit unique in this game. The higher level you get, the more slots you can have for skills, and the funny thing is that you can unequip and equip skills at any time, and they can all be used pretty much immediately. Like, not in battle, you can't swap skills out in battle, but you can even do it while you're in the middle of dungeons. I think it'd be a bit more suspenseful if you couldn't swap them out outside of dungeons, but what do I know. So we've got 3 different skills in everyone, except for Katone, because we just rescued her as part of the storyline. So as you can see, all the skills have to do different things, like, for some reason, a lot of these spells tend to use life points as well as TP, or technical points. Technical points are this game's MP, but you earn them through doing things through battle. So taking hits and dealing out hits gives you TP. And it's really, really easy to fill up your TP, but there's a reason for that. We can also come here and check our statuses, which really doesn't tell you much, but, you know, it's there if you want it. Request is just your quests. Bloody laptop screen going dark. I really need to fix that. You've got your different requests here, which are basically just your quests and your events that you've looked at. There's a few different events in this game which don't have voice acting in general, but they just let you view a little bit more about the characters. There's not that much, but, you know, it's there if you want it. Guidebook, obviously, is just a sort of character PDF, and then you got your tutorials down the bottom. Not much to it. And let's go and check our settings, just because that's what I like to do sometimes. We've got background music, sound effects, event voice, battle voice, and the message speed. I always turn that up to maximum. Target memory, which is... It's a bit weird to call the cursor memory the target memory. And the mind boot view... that sounds so odd. Imagine if someone who doesn't know what booting is in relation to computers reads that. It'd be like, what? Why am I viewing it from the shoes? But yeah, choose whether or not to display the mind summoning animation, or choose whether or not to have them summoned automatically. I recommend you have them summoned automatically, because you are going to forget otherwise, because you're going to have to summon them in every turn, and it gets annoying after a while. And we've also got 3 difficulty levels, beginner, normal, and expert. I've been sticking on normal this whole time, and I've been doing fine just by grinding my stats up a bit, and getting a lot of money and buying the best stuff. I imagine expert is where everyone wants to go. If they really want to challenge me, I'm happy sticking on normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep going to these purple events and just skipping right through them. There are all these other little character events you can go to that tell you more about the characters, as I said before. But the purple ones are where you want to go to advance the story. So we're just going to fast forward right through this. It's nice that you can fast forward through all this. Oh, look at that. I found another dungeon. That's quick. That's actually really convenient, too. I can actually show off the battle system. And I actually saved my game, like, right before this point, so I can come back to it later if I want to. This looks really similar to the first dungeon that I was in. It's a bit odd. Alright, so this dungeon system is the most basic dungeon system you can imagine. It's just walking around, random encounters on the floor. Sometimes you find individual things that you can hit to start battles and all that. Alright, so we got a few things to talk about here. First thing we've got is the mind system. Your mind is actually a separate bar down the bottom. As you can see, the yellow bar there that you couldn't see before for some reason. I wonder why they don't let you see your mind. Your mind recharges at the beginning of every battle. And we have the minds here. The minds can use the skills. And it's a bit weird. 25 HP for an attack like that. God. And you can also use burst mode, which guarantees you attack first. But you use all your technical points in one go if you do that. So for pretty much every single battle that I've played, that's a waste of time. And if we just take him out real quick, it's nice how you can swap back and forth without having to be locked in. Charge means you can just save your MP and your TP up a bit, so you can, you know, earn more skill uses or protect your mind, because when your mind's out, they take damage to the mind points, but if you're out the front, you take life point damage. So you kind of want to keep your minds out as much as you possibly can. And also you can escape, but if you're using burst mode in any particular sense, you will be able to escape immediately. So, yeah, bursting uses all your TP, so if you want to escape from battle, it's actually a really good idea to burst and then escape, but you can only do that like 3 times. So, we're actually going to start some battles now. We'll just do some basic attacks. I haven't seen these enemies yet, so I am just going to wait and see. For some reason, the audio quality during the battles goes down to a really low level. You can even hear some crackling in the background sometimes. It's so weird. I mean, like, I guess this is what they meant by saying on the Amazon JP reviews that the voices or something were really low quality, because this is ridiculous sometimes. I mean, the sound effects themselves aren't really that bad, but I mean, it's just so... What's the word I'm looking for? It's just so low budget. I think that's the word I'm looking for, low budget. It's not terrible, it's just something I feel the need to draw attention to. And I have to admit, that's kind of what this whole game feels like when I give it some decent thought. This game feels like it's relatively low budget, just in general. I mean, the voice acting is probably the highest budget part of this game, because the voice actors themselves are actually not bad. The rest of it, though, is just a bit off. And I guess it's something you have to kind of be aware of when you get into this sort of thing. But I mean, sometimes the game doesn't feel like it's very well rounded. It feels a bit thin on the ground, so I think that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, every time I've been playing this, or at least been trying to play it, but every time I put it down after about, I don't know, half an hour, and I keep thinking, I would like to play something like Demon Gaze right now, but I'm playing Mine Zero instead. It's just a bit odd, that's all. Gonna need to heal her up real quick.
That was it?
And also these models, they look really like... What's the word I'm looking for? They just got that dead expression in their eyes. Wait until you see the girls. The girls is kind of just horrifically dead-eyed in a way that you wouldn't think of. Let's just use a skill real quick to get her health back up. And again, you can swap these out at any time, so if you have 3 skills you want to use in battle, just come out, swap it out, use the skill as much as you need to, and then go back into the battle. And also we've got our other party member down there. You can only carry 3 party members in the battle at a time. If we press square, which I actually had to look at the tutorial because I forgot how to do this earlier, you can swap out party members for the other party members if you like. Not a problem. The music is a bit oddly depressing. It just doesn't feel as well rounded. I mean, it's an alright dungeon crawler, but there are some things that I liked from Demon Gaze that are just missing here. Like, you don't have that many quests to go on, so you don't have that much direction. It's always just go and find the next dungeon and go through the next dungeon until you find the event. There's not much to keep your eyes open for in this one, like the gems or the gems in Demon Gaze, or the hidden quest things, like where you had to punch the walls for stuff. It's just... And then again, I guess this is the sort of dungeon crawler that used to be around, where you had a few preset members. I don't know, maybe I get spoiled by Demon Gaze. There's nothing wrong with this game in general. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. But it's not that amazing. It really isn't that amazing. It's alright. All credit to it for at least being a decent game. And I'm being a little bit unfair by saying it feels a little bit not well rounded, but it's still a fun experience. Apparently Yuri Lowenthal voices Leo. I never would have guessed until someone pointed it out. Then again, I am horrible with voice actors just in general. By the way, if you hold R, you can fast forward battles, so I'll show that off with the next set of attacks. I will just... Actually, no, he can stay on. So can he, and she needs to charge up. If you hold R, it fast forwards through the battles. I wish there was a way to set this on by default. And also, you can press triangle to automatically go through a battle. But I'm not really a fan of doing that, especially on these ones. We'll just charge for a bit. There we go. Get everybody back on the back on the horse. Also, oh yeah, my mine got broken, so he's out for a turn. So yeah, there we go. Ooh, oh, jeez. Oh, that's not pleasant. Let's just get him on the attack. We'll get him to charge up, and we'll get her to do a technical point to heal him up. Probably should have shut off that model a little bit, but the model just looks so dead in the eyes. It's kind of hilarious. Get you to attack, more charging, and alright, we'll do Candle again, and I'll keep the battle nice and slow so you can see this happen. Yeah, it just looks so dead in the eyes. I don't know what it is about it. It makes me laugh more than anything. The battling is alright, but again, normal feels a bit easy. It just feels like I could just grind against the wall. There's no real strategy needed in many of the battles. It's fine, I can just finish this off right here. There we go.
Good work.
Then again, there is an expert difficulty, and I haven't tried it yet, so I can't say for sure whether that carries through to all the difficulty modes. So let's just heal up a little bit. There we go. I've also been save scumming like mad because there was one point in this game where I just got steamrolled by like the first set of enemies on the first floor of a new dungeon. So let's just save that right there to make sure I don't make an absolute fool of myself.
Let's get this over with.
It really isn't that bad. Yeah, the same enemies tend to appear a lot in the same dungeon, and it kind of annoys me. Let's just hold auto and see if we can pull this off without having to do anything. Probably not. I'll turn off auto here. But yeah, as you can see, just auto battle works as much as you'd expect, really. So the game isn't so easy that you can just like run right through it without even thinking about it. At least on the normal difficulty. I never claimed to be good with these sorts of games, but someone else could probably pull that sort of thing off. Alright, let's just get him on, let's just get these two on the attack and we'll get her to use Candle on him. Get everybody on the attack. Not that much to the battle system though, really. It's just a consistent back and forth between dealing as much damage as possible, then paring back your strategies in order to get your mind meters back. At least it's still kind of enjoyable, nevertheless. Although there really isn't that much to it, is there? At least it's not horrible. I'll give Mind Zero that, it's not horrible. And you get skills, and you get experience and money, and yeah, I really feel like playing Demon Gaze now. This game doesn't really do anything that original, and that's the thing about it, that it's alright. I'll give it this, it's alright. But if you haven't played any sort of dungeon crawler before, I'd recommend Demon Gaze over this one. This would be more suited to just that little in-between game that you play if you feel like playing a dungeon crawler but don't really want to put that much thought into it. Since there's a lot less systems in this one, in comparison to something like Demon Gaze. Let's go to the next floor. They usually change up the monsters a little bit on a floor-to-floor basis, which kind of throws me off. I don't... Oh. Looks like they're adding treadmills. An odd way to signify automatic movement, but alright, whatever. Treadmills on the floor. I mean, like, you'd think you'd be able to step over these, wouldn't you? But nope, it's just treadmills on the floor. Demon Gaze tried to justify it by having it as a... Oh, I'm being thrown backwards. Oh no, where am I going? Jeez. Demon Gaze tried to justify it by at least having some sort of magical force behind it. This is just treadmills on the floor. Oh, I got new cats. These cats tend to be pains sometimes. We'll just try and take out the big bulky guy first. Oh no, poisons. Oh, damn, that, both of them. Ooh. Damn. Okay, yeah, they're taking poison damage, so better just fast forward here. This is about how it's been through the past 4.5 hours of gameplay. Just been ever so slowly going through these battles, making sure I don't... Wait, why am I even bothering to get out of charge with him? There's no real need to. Let's put him on charge, put her on charge. Oh, they both just got poisoned. Charge them up. Yeah, there's an attack on me. That's a bit odd. I wonder why they didn't do that in the first place. Alright, let's put him on charge. He... Bloody... Hell, restores 25% of target's MP. That's not what I need right now. I will... Screw it. I'll go back to attacking, and I'll get her to heal him up. He's kind of a glass cannon more than anything else, even though he's not that much of a cannon. What else can I do here? Well, I guess I'd better put him back on the horse. Take them off the horse and make him charge a bit. Should probably carry around more than one healer now I think about it. Alright, put him back on the horse. Put bloody Steam. Put her... Yeah, she needs to go back on the horse because he needs to get healed. Oh, shut up, Steam. Damn it. Okay, so at least we managed to heal him up. I swear I had Steam turn sounds off. Maybe that was on my other computer. But anyway, this battle's over. We don't need to worry about losing at this point. There we go. Ooh, what's that? Font of Magic? Let's go and have a look at that skill. Because I got one of these skills for K here, and Font of Life, and I just saw Font of Magic, so that might be interesting for one of our characters here. Oh yeah, he's got Candle. Interesting, I'll have to remember that. Probably because I gave it to him. Increase magic attack by plus 10. Huh, okay. I don't think I'll bother with that. Let's get some Candle usage out of the way here. So this isn't really that bad of a game. It's just not that great. It's average. It's competent in what it does at the most. At the most. Competent at what it does at the most. Still kind of enjoyable either way. I would recommend Demon Gaze over this, but you know, if you're looking for another dungeon crawler, this might be your thing. I hope this video has given you enough of a look at the game in order for you to say, oh, I'd be interested in that. I'm gonna stop the commentary here and I'm just gonna go through this floor.
Man, I really don't like the inner realm. It's creepy. I also keep feeling like I've seen all of this somewhere before.
Yeah, girl, probably because this is like a copy and paste of the very first dungeon we just came through. Or the very first dungeon of the game, I should say. So, we're just going to stop the commentary here, skip through the rest of this, and don't flash controls at me, you bloody game. I'll see you all next time. This isn't half bad.
Let's kick some butt.
Take this.
You're toast. This'll be great. Oh, you did it. That hurts.
This isn't real. How is it real? You okay? This isn't real.
Well, never mind. See you all next time.